is right back with another top 10 list. This time we have the top 10 post-apocalyptic games ever. A couple of rules before we get going. The apocalypse must have happened all over the world, rather than a specific area, and please take into account that this is post-apocalypse, meaning that whatever caused the apocalypse has been and gone. So no Shadow Chernobyl, Gears of War, and no zombie games, I'm afraid. Now that that's out the way, hit it! Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Ever wonder what it'd be like to wake up one day and find that you're the only person left on Earth? Well, this is exactly what's happened in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Everyone has just vanished, and now it's up to you to figure out just what the goddamn hell is going on, good sir. Though being described as a walking simulator, this game does tell a very interesting tale and presents a very interesting setting. Tokyo Jungle. Probably unlike any other post-apocalyptic game that you've ever played before, Tokyo Jungle takes place in the ruins of Tokyo after humanity has been wiped out. You play as other animals as they survive this new world by eating whatever it is that that species eats, such as plants or fruits, or other animals that are eating plants or fruits. Totally obvious which side is winning, by the way. Max. If you've been keeping up with my recent videos, then you'll know how I feel about this game. That said, it does present a very interesting and incredibly deadly game world. After global nuclear annihilation, mankind is forced to try to get by on almost no resources at all. But whilst food and water is scarce, gasoline and scrap metal isn't, so communities and towns have been able to get by constructing vicious and dangerously decked out cars, mainly so they can go about and steal everyone else's shit. Say what you want about this game, because I already have, but it does manage to create an environment that is harsh and unforgiving, and is able to present it well too.
Lane Goodman.
Neo Scavenger. Now here's something you don't see every day, a turn-based post-apocalyptic game. I've noticed that most video games of this genre tend to focus a little less on the surviving and more on the thriving. However, Neo Scavenger is purely about the surviving. As you progress through your turns, you'll become hungrier and more thirsty, so finding food, water, and other basic resources is paramount to playing this game. A game that shows us the realities of living in a post-apocalyptic world, Neo Scavenger comes in at number 7. Rage! Stop me if any of this sounds familiar. The whole of global society has been eradicated, and the surviving human race has retreated underground into pre-built vaults in order to wait out the radiation. No, I'm not talking about the other game franchise, though we may later on. Haha! Foreshadowing. Rage plays a lot like the Borderlands games, but the focus here is more on both the driving and car combat side of things, as well as the harsh reality of living in a dead world that has lost its mind. Still sounds like Borderlands. Ah, f*** it. I have no mouth and I must scream. Good old Allied Master Computer is back in at number 5. After a huge global conflict, humanity has been reduced to just 5 people, who are now being held prisoner in the depths of the earth by a malevolent computer AI. After over an entire century of constant torture, Am has decided to give his captors a chance to escape by playing a game of mystery, but ultimately, his goal is to cause as much pain and suffering to the last 5 humans as possible. Though being an old game, the atmosphere is second to none here, and is definitely worth a check out if you haven't already. I Am Alive! No, that wasn't me just checking to see if I am indeed alive, but I'm actually referring to the third-person survival indie game. Once again, humanity has been all but wiped out, and now it is up to you to make your way across the crumbling city in order to reunite with your family. If they're still alive, that is. What's most interesting about this game are your encounters with other survivors. Some will ask for your help, and it may be in your best interest to help them out. But then again, you may need those resources for yourself. But some will try to kill you as well, and there's nothing more satisfying than holding someone up with an empty gun. Another good game you should check out when you can. It's 3 AM, I must be lonely. The Wasteland series. Ah, sweet, some more turn-based strategy games. Though you may count yourself lucky for being in the desert during the apocalypse, things haven't exactly been easy on you and your party since. Surviving this desolate landscape is tough, and knowing that there's not much else out there doesn't help either. Not only that, but there are people out there that want you and your rangers dead as well. With everything that you could imagine trying to kill you, the Wasteland series presents itself as a very gritty survival strategy series, and so here it is, at number 3. The Metro series. I'm not sure if I've ever had the chance to say this before, but I'm a big fan of this series. Though I will admit that it has its flaws, and the second game is by far the superior title, but the general setting, the feeling of this series, and the emphasis on resource management just ticks so many boxes for me. With extinction at hand, humanity has managed to survive by retreating underground into the Russian metro system, and have set up many towns and settlements there. But things are harsh as they always are, and you may find that it's not just the dangers of the surface that you'll have to defend yourself against.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
What else? The Fallout series! Well, I bet you guys saw this one coming from a mile away, but there's no question as to which is the best post-apocalyptic video game franchise ever. Now, I know this series is so goddamn famous that there's no real need for me to give you guys a quick description of it, and I really can't decide on which game should get the number 1 spot, because they've all got some fantastic elements that are unique to each game, so fuck it. Here is the entire franchise at number 1. And we're done here, but if you saw that last one coming from a mile away, then like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter to catch up on all of the latest True Review news and updates, and I'll see all of you gorgeous people next time. See ya!
Sometimes I think this life is killing me.